watching?
It's just 2000s NFL.
It's the best time for the NFL. That was the best. Steven Jackson. What a fucking throwback. Sean Alexander. Oh.
Damn, you remember when the Browns were bad?
They're still kind of bad. Like, Baker Mayfield made them okay for a little bit, and they decided to sign a rapist. Welcome to the locker room. That's what we're calling this now. How do you?
I don't like the way you talk about Jameis Winston.
Wow, Jameis Winston never raped anybody.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
Jameis Winston's awesome. He's sold
great.
like autographs for crab legs.
Hell yeah.
You know about that?
That's great.
I fucking love Jameis Winston.
I followed him.
I'm talking about Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
This is still technically alleged. There's never been, did they ever settle? Was there ever a settlement? Did they ever go anywhere with that? Or just like, here's 30 allegations, just so you know, and then move on?
I gotta be honest.
I'll tell you what, the Browns don't give a fuck.
I look at his face and I'm like,
you could see it.
That guy doesn't fucking take no for an answer.
But you know what's crazy? Until those allegations came out, you definitely didn't think so.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because, like, he was regarded as being the opposite type of person.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's where the
Big Ben. But, like, you know, he's kind of got that, how do I say this? I'm wondering if I'm going to regret what I'm about to say. But he kind of has what I call his Bill Cosby face.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we wouldn't think these things had we not been told certain things. Right,
with hindsight.
Because let's be real, Bill Cosby was renowned as a wonderful guy for a long time, too. So who the fuck knows?
Same thing.
But, you know, yabba dabba doo, the cow goes moo. And sometimes all over you, it seems.
It's a famous Bill Cosby quote. You had it all over you, but that was a famous Bill Cosby quote.
I mentioned the all over you part to signify the semen showers.
Semen showers.
So clearly, just because we changed the name of the show does not mean the show itself has changed whatsoever. I want to talk about that really quick. The quick addressment of the name change. Literally, this is going to be the same show.
Right.
Like, nothing is going to change. What, are you trying it? Go for it. You can try it.
Just looking at the logo.
What is the logo? It's just a polar bear.
It's a polar bear.
I would say the second coolest of all the bears.
Yeah.
Second to the grizzly, of course. Grizzly, I mean,
you think so?
top dog.
Yeah.
I think if a grizzly bear and a polar bear met, the grizzlies win in that fight.
What do you rate panda bears?
Probably close to the bottom.
Really?
They're a useless species. What do they do? They're cool looking. Like, oh, you know, panda bears.
Right.
But, like, you know, and they're eating bamboo and shit like that. But, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'll take a lot of other bears.
I like seeing them fall out of trees.
Dude, they just fall on their way down. They're stiff. They don't move at all. They just clap the fucking ground. You know, I've seen, because koalas are technically a bear. A marsupial bear. They call them koala bears.
Oh, I actually have a polar bear video. That's very
interesting.
Playful.
Yeah, while he's looking that up, the name of the show changes. The people don't. The context, not as much. We have a little bit of a linear focus now. What is he doing? Eating a cantaloupe, or is that a ball?
Look at him go. Woo.
He falls into the water.
That thing could kill you.
You remember the old Coca-Cola commercials with the polar bear?
Oh, yeah.
That's classic. What happened to that shit? What happened to good commercials? Every commercial fucking sucks now, dude. You
gotta wait to the Super Bowl to even get something.
But even then, the Super Bowl
Yeah.
commercials are so lackluster, dude. Like, you and I, you know what we should do? We should just, instead of focusing on the podcast so much, we should just focus on short form content and just make, like, spoof commercials for random products and shit like that. Because we would do better than these fucking losers out here.
Yeah.
All right, we just came up with some more ideas. We're gonna start doing short form content so that we don't fucking sit here for an hour and bore people, you know. But we're still gonna do this. I mean, this is just nice. What was I gonna say? Something about polar bears. I don't fucking know. Well, actually, so are you ranking polar bears high? Are they what number? As far like in the bear family?
Well, I think are like polar bears like the most dangerous?
I would have thought the grizzly bear is.
No, like polar bears like hunt for fun.
I mean, sure. I would say.
Let's ask the AI.
Go ahead.
Which, did you know that AI chatbots are now on Instagram?
There's AI in everything now, dude.
Well, no,
I can't avoid it.
I just because like you know how we did that chatbot on
Yeah.
that website. Now
Oh,
it's
you
on
can-
Instagram.
So you can make it people?
No, there are already accounts that you can talk to. Like I saw, you could talk to Deadpool. You can talk.
That's
you
cool.
can talk to Freaky Bob.
I don't know
Which
who
is a
Freaky
s-
Bob
which
is.
what I assume is just a horny SpongeBob.
Holy shit, that light just went out.
Hell yeah,
Dude, should I change the light bulb live?
do it.
Like, be a man?
Yeah. How many?
I'm not going to
Johns-
do that because they would require
how many-
turning the lights off.
How many Johns does it take to change the light bulb?
One.
How do you know?
It would take me seconds to do that.
Well, you need another John to get up there.
No, I don't.
Short
Is it-
fucking.
Fuck you. You're not much taller than me.
Yeah, no, we're the same height. Yeah.
No, you're taller than me by probably
not
2
really.
inches. Probably at 2 inches. 2 inches goes a long way.
2 inches isn't a lot.
Would you take an inch off your height to add it to your beef, or would you take a, or
happy
vice
with my
versa? But I'm saying, or vice versa.
I wouldn't.
Would you cut a little off the top of your schmeat to
I
give you some
wouldn't
height?
change my dick for the world.
Wow, for the world.
For the world.
Would you change your dick for love? I mean, that's something.
Are you saying like you could finally have love, but your dick sucks now?
Well, it doesn't necessarily. Would you take an inch off of your schmeat if it meant finding your true love? Just an inch. You still
Yeah, I
got
can
plenty
take
to
an
work
inch.
with.
I can take an
Yeah,
inch
we
off
still
your
got enough to work with.
I wouldn't wanna, but
If
I
you
would.
took an inch off of mine, I'd be -1 inch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a bowling ball, just a smooth surface down there.
Like a crater on Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hear a crazy Neil deGrasse Tyson type fucking scientific fact pull
Yeah.
that just came out of my esophagus? And by esophagus, I don't mean esophagus.
No. not
Did
yet,
you
at least.
know? I'm going to put my... I don't have a Neil deGrasse Tyson impression, so I'm not even try it. But did you know that if you take the Earth, right, and you shrink it down to the size of a bowling ball,
Right.
it would be smoother than a bowling ball?
You think so?
No, it's a fact. Like,
Yeah.
that's true.
Why so? How so? Why?
Because
How?
even if you compare the tallest peak on the planet, Everest,
Right.
right, with the deepest trench in the world, the Mariana Trench, that distance is only like 6 miles,
Really?
which shrunk down to that scale, you wouldn't even notice.
Really?
Yeah, like smooth-wise. Yeah, crazy fact for you. Yep. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Wow, just leave me hanging like that.
I had it up there. You just were too slow. So
Are
I
you
put it down.
familiar with Dax Flame?
I've heard that name.
So I'm
I've
bringing
heard that name.
this person. I did not know who they were until probably like yesterday, and I just randomly came across a bunch of content about this guy Dax Flame. He's just like some 30-year-old white guy, right? That's just like nicely but painfully awkward, and I think it's a character, but I also don't think it's a character. You'll have to. I was gonna ask you what you thought, but if you're not 100% sure, like
I've heard that name somewhere before. Definitely.
it's not his real name.
I know.
Like it's like a stage name, which is what, and he's been in like miscellaneous movies. Like he's been in like I think he was in 21 or 22 Jump Street as like an extra, like a quick little part type of thing. But yeah, he's had insignificant roles in some pretty decently well known movies, but he's also not an actor. I don't know how to describe him, but I recently discovered him like that. This can't be how this guy actually is. Whew, seltzer. It'll do it. Burping up what I had for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of dinner, I'm going off on a tangent. Have you ever been to Trader Joe's?
No, I never. That reminds me of the when they had Trump and Biden on Kill Tony.
Trader Joe.
That's
what they call him. Because he's traded on this country. That was comedic gold.
That was
for
really
sure.
good. Yeah.
Shane Gillis is phenomenal, and he deserves more credit. Did you house that whole energy drink already? Good for you. When do you start to feel it, or does it do anything to you at this point?
I don't know.
Do you think you just don't notice,
I
but
got
it
no
gives
clue.
you that up?
I eventually get there, you know.
But you should be pretty energized as someone that, like, takes power naps, dude. You're taking power naps.
I take naps out of boredom.
Do you wake up feeling relatively energized?
No.
You wake up feeling exhausted?
No, I go back to sleep.
No, I'm saying, like, after your naps. That
Yeah,
too?
I usually go back to sleep.
You might be sleeping too much.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. For sure. I was going to ask you if you like Trader Joe's. You said you haven't been.
Never been.
My wife is, like, a Trader Joe's fiend. There's not one terribly close to us. You have to drive a little further out.
Where?
It's like an hour into Jersey.
Oh.
But, like, every once in a while, her and a friend will go, like, make a day out of it. Like, let's go out. We'll go to, like, these stores or whatever, spend stupid amounts of money on ridiculous, unnecessary shit. But anyway, Trader Joe's is essentially, like, a gimmicky grocery store.
Right.
Where they have mostly just their own branded stuff. I always say that I think Trader Joe's sucks.
Right.
Because, like, I think everything in there, like I said, it's gimmicky. I feel like if you want to go grocery shopping, you shouldn't go to Trader Joe's because you're not actually going to get necessary groceries. 75% of that store is, like, pre-prepared frozen type foods, but they're really good. Like, they have these soup dumplings that I like. They have, like, these chocolate covered peanut butter things that are pretty good. There's stuff in there. It's like, wow, that shit's fire. Victoria brought home today these, like, it's not a pizza, it was a flatbread, but it's essentially a pizza, like a single person pizza, and it's got burrata cheese, arugula, and fresh prosciutto, and, like, you take it out of the box and there's literally slices of fresh prosciutto separately of the pie. It's not like just some frozen shit. And, like, you fucking throw the pizza flatbread in the oven.
Right.
And then after it's done cooking, while it's hot, you put it out, you rip up your prosciutto and spread it all over it, and, you know, warms up the prosciutto. That alone was fucking delicious. Outstandingly good. Like, restaurant quality in a frozen pizza. But I had 3 slices. Like, I cut it into 3 different pieces. She brought home, we already had this Mike's Hot Honey, but then she also brought home this, like, balsamic, like, dressing, and then, like, this chili and onion infused oil, like chili oil essentially. So 1 slice I had hot honey on. Shit fucked. The next slice I put the balsamic, still very good, but least favorite of the 3. Dude, that chili oil on that pizza. Make me want to act up, bro.
Right.
Made me want to do some things I'm not supposed to do.
Fuck the pizza.
I was gonna say lather my skin, like get naked and oil up in that shit and just slide down a tile floor, but that wouldn't feel good.
No.
You grew up in the same house most of your life, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't. In Florida, I don't know how I'm bouncing from these random ass topics, but these things are just popping in my. In Florida, most houses in Florida, because up here in this general area, most houses have wood floors, or in a lot of cases, sometimes it's carpet, right? Depending on the room of the house. But you have wood floors in your house, correct? Hardwood?
It started out with carpet, but then we got wood floors.
So you currently do have wood floors?
Yes.
I think most houses in this area do have wood floors. In Florida, most houses had tile floors. Like, the whole house would be tile. Like the type of shit in a bathroom.
Oh.
But, like, you know, whatever. So my grandmother's house, for instance, the entire house, with the exception of 3 bedrooms, is this super shiny, fucking white ass, like super white tile. Right? And when I was a kid, I used to really enjoy baseball. Right? And from what I remember, my grandmother's living room, she had kind of 2 living rooms. It went 1 living room, the second living room, or family room, you should call it, and then like an area by the front door. And I used to pretend when I was a kid to hit home runs and slide into home base. So I would do the baseball slide towards the front door, and this tile would cut the shit out of my leg. Like in my knees and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying oil myself up and slide down a tile floor made me think of
Do you
that.
think that would have helped if you were oiled up?
It would have helped, but it still would have hurt like a motherfucker. You ever do a slip and slide?
We're gonna nip that in the bud because we're not gonna talk about oiled up little boys anymore.
I never said little boys. I'm a grown ass man saying I'd oil myself up.
Well,
you can't just try to say that we're talking about oiled up little boys.
We're not.
Oiled up Joe. Remember that? remember in the episode we called Oiled Up Joe. R.I.P. to the Whiskey Talks podcast. Kind of sad.
Yeah,
it's kind of bittersweet.
Right.
I think it makes sense to change
$30 down the drain of that.
Who's to say we can't use the music still? What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
I still have that music file. We can still use the music.
Oh, it's gone forever. Hernandez.
Well, he's not gone forever. They're making a whole nother fucking docu-series out of him.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, but he's not.
No,
he's less gone than somebody we don't know.
He's dead.
He still lingers, though.
He's genuine.
He's around.
No, he's dead.
Let me ask you a question. We're talking about him right now. His memory is alive. The thought of him still lingers more than a lot of people.
He's gone forever, though.
Like, someone's grandfather, as much as they're probably great people, but like 3 miles down the road, nobody knows who that guy was, probably, in a lot of cases.
Oh, so you're saying gone means
we don't
when you're out of people's minds.
Gone. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I was actually...
You were talking about the fact that he's fucking dead.
Yeah, talking about the fact that he killed himself. I
was going to say, welcome back to the Whiskey Talks podcast, but welcome
Chris
to
Stefano lovingly calls Suey Wooey.
Suey Wooey.
Yeah, I did watch that trailer for the Aaron Hernandez thing.
They made a documentary a couple of years ago for Aaron Hernandez. The new thing is weird because it's like a dramatized version.
Everything out.
That's weird. If you want to do a quick documentary and you're talking about it,
yeah, right,
and like showing clips,
having the people that were there,
and almost making it more educational and informative than anything, that's fine. But if we're gonna make a fucking
it's like
show out of it,
like
now it's a little
series.
Weird. Nice voice crack.
Yeah.
Holy shit! The light came back on.
Hey, it's fine.
That's gonna short circuit.
No,
I should change that. You believe in ghosts? Ghosts?
Yeah, the plural of ghosts is geese.
Geese.
Yeah.
Geests.
Being haunted by geese.
Geests. Yeah. You believe in ghosts?
I listen to a podcast that talks about a lot of ghost stuff too. It's fun.
Do you listen to it at night?
No, I listen to it at work.
That's what I thought. You ain't listening to it at night. He's making them at night. Where'd you get that cheese, Danny? You know what I'm talking about?
What the fuck?
You don't know what the fuck? You don't know what I just referenced?
I had someone in a gas station.
Don't fuck with me. You know what I was talking about just now.
That sounds familiar. But
What about this gas station?
I was I was like going to work. I think this was Friday. I was going to work, and I'm in line to pay for what I got.
Which was? You got to tell us what you got.
Energy drink and Twix.
At what time of the day?
In the morning.
Fire.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a shit? I'm dying anyway.
Don't you have a candy bar now?
Yeah, same fucking thing.
You gonna house it?
It's the same fucking thing.
On camera?
I don't have to. Do
you ever see that kid where he was talking about like eating something? The guy's like, they had like the chocolate on it. Give me one of those right now. I'll tear it up live. You ever see that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kid.
No, I'm in line and when someone's like up there checking out and they get finished doing what they're doing and they walk past me and they go, "Hi, Colin."
You don't like that. That's one of your least favorite things.
I was definitely like...
Where?
It's at the gas station I go to every morning.
Which one do you go to every morning? You don't have to give it I'll understand.
It's the one in front of the McDonald's.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know if you went to that, if you went closer to where you're working at.
I don't pass a single other gas station.
That's true, because you're on the highway the whole time.
Yeah. But, and I like, if you watch the show and if you're watching now, I'm really sorry.
Someone you know personally?
No, I don't. No, I didn't recognize them. I didn't. So like, if maybe they watch the show, I don't know.
Oh, did they say anything to you, or you just said hi?
They just said hi, Colin, with eye contact, and
you had no clue who they were.
I just looked at them like. So I'm sorry if like I looked at you like you ran over my dog. I didn't mean that. I was
You're positive
genuinely
that
so shocked. You talked to me before I had anything in my system at all. Like, you literally saw me as raw as anyone in this world has seen me raw. And, like,
That's not true.
I might as well have been naked. Because I wasn't ready to, like, talk to anybody who I wasn't, like...
What time of the day is 7 in the morning or something like that?
6? 6 in the morning, yeah.
6 in the morning, that's early. And you're positive that you weren't just tired and you genuinely don't know who this person was. Like, there's no possibility that maybe it was, like, someone from high school.
He did look like Danny Lopriori.
You said that to me. That's okay. Do we know anybody that looks like that?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I don't know.
I have been, and I understand that our following is not massive, don't get me wrong, but I've been recognized for people I do not know.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, that was just my
probably
first
like
thought.
4 times, which is not much, but 4 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah. Good.
But I
was shocked.
I think so. The feeling is weird, but I like that the person that's recognized has gotten the enjoyment from it. Like it's not just like, oh, I've seen you.
Yeah.
Like you're exposed.
Right.
It's kind of cool if somebody is like, oh yeah, that was funny. I liked it. Like that I've gotten, which is cool.
That's cool.
But not you at that time of the day, especially.
You
don't like that when you're fully awake.
Yeah.
Let alone half asleep. And like, did you say a word?
No.
He said hi. They said hi, Colin. You looked at him and just left.
I was like, because I was just trying to think like who.
They didn't say anything else. Like,
it was just as they were leaving, and it was like in a very nice way. It was just like hi Colin.
It was definitely somebody we know.
Yeah.
Because like, but again, that may not necessarily be true at this point because, again, even though the following is not large at all, most of it is probably this general area.
Yeah.
Although I haven't looked at analytics in a long fucking time for our show. So
any Wheaties?
Excuse me. I know that our following has slowly increased over, since the last time I checked, but I know we have some random blotches throughout the U.S. and even a couple Australian ones, which I think is interesting. And then something else, I don't remember. There's one other country, like Germany or something like that. Oh. Remember the Spotify Wrapped that I showed you last year where it said like 90% America, some percent Australia, and like Germany? Mm-hmm. I think it was Germany. But anyway, so it's definitely possible that it could have been someone that you don't know that just recognized you. But I don't know that would have been what's said if it was. It'd be like, I think somebody would have said, "Are you Colin from this podcast?" They probably would have asked.
And then I would have said, no.
That's so fucking funny. If we ever got to a crazy level, which, let's be real, at this point we're probably not.
Right.
Like, if we ever got to a crazy level where we did, like, a live show or, like, a meet and greet of any kind, you should just keep that same energy. Are you? No, I don't even know what. I don't even know. I don't know who I am, to be honest with you. I'm just fucking here right now. This guy paid me to do this. I don't know. That's raw emotion from Colin, and I don't want that to fall lightly. I was out to eat with my wife at a local place, and
say it.
No, why?
No, I was like, you didn't say it right.
What do you mean I didn't say it right? I said at a local place.
No, my wife.
I said my wife.
No, it's my wife.
I'm not. I don't know what that's from.
You go, my wife.
Is that Borat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I was saying,
it is very nice. She cannot afford,
I've still never seen that movie.
It's a fun one.
I've been told to see it.
Yeah, they do the yearly running of the Jew. It's a very early 2000s movie.
That was when shit was hilarious, though. I'm not even trying.
You would like it.
I'm not even trying to be like, really super offensive shit is funny, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's
absurd shit is hilarious.
Absurd shit is so funny. Shock comedy is great. Anyway, we'll get back to that. I was out to eat with my wife, and it was actually before we went to go see Deadpool. Remember that night? Or I can't. You were not in a good mood that night either. It's okay. Sometimes she's not in a good mood. I'm the same way. But I remember when a gentleman had come up to us with our food, handed us our food, as they do, and said, "So I've seen you a couple times come in here now, so I'm kind of comfortable asking if you don't mind. But is it possible that you came up on my TikTok a few times, like, in the last month or so?" And then
I would have been like,
Victoria.
no, thank you for my food, though.
Victoria rolled her eyes instantly because she already thinks I got a big head,
Right.
but I don't about stuff like that. So I, instead of saying, "Yeah, that was me who's on your phone," I was like, "Yeah, it's possible. Yeah." And he goes, "Do you like a podcast?" And I was like, "Yep." And that would have been it. And I know what I said. "I'm so sorry. You had to see that." That's what I said. Because I said God only knows what was said.
What it was, yeah.
In the clip that you saw,
Right.
or the clips that you saw, I want to apologize if we said anything to offend you, because it's probably really bad, or crude as fuck. You know what I mean? But here we are, and I think that's another good reason as to why we're calling it the locker room, because you ever get yelled at by like your mom or something like that because you were talking like with your friends like in front of your mom in a way that you shouldn't, like, "Oh, that's locker room talk."
No.
My mom had said that to me. She said, "Don't talk like that the way you talk in the locker room in front of your mother or in front of like your friend's mother and stuff like that." So that's another thing that like me, because my mom has scolded me for things I've said on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She said like, "I didn't know you did that," or
Yeah.
whatever. That's not my mom's voice.
Right.
It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not. She's an Italian woman. Not whatever that was.
So she's an Italian woman. Does she have an Italian accent? Like,
No.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But like
she's talking about.
She's you would, if you looked at my mom, you know what my mom looks like.
American.
You would think she's Italian, dude. Like my mom looks just like an Italian woman. Have you seen my father? You've seen my father.
We should be proud to be Americans.
I think you should be proud to be whatever the fuck you are.
Right.
We are all here. Always, those that are here are here.
Right,
I'm not doing this. We're not doing this. But so that's another reason why we decided that I feel like when it came to my mind, I feel like you and I both were like, "Oh, we like that," because we pondered some other shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I kind of like this as a name. I also
we like another one that little breaking of the fourth wall.
Light went off again.
Cutting room floor. We have a ghost joining us on the podcast. Can we get a Ouija board? We should get a Ouija board for an episode.
I won't do it here.
No,
I won't do it in my own home.
What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I knew I liked what I was doing. What was I doing?
You were talking about other names that we pondered?
Oh, yeah. Other names. We cutting room floor.
Disclaimer, this is probably bullshit.
No, the one we tossed around, or at least it was tossed around a little bit, was the Caucasian sensation.
Did we actually say that? I think you texted me.
I did text it to you. Yeah.
Caucasian sensation.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not saying anything bad. It's like saying like black dynamite. It's like it's good.
What?
No, what's wrong with black dynamite?
Black dynamite was your yin of the yang to Caucasian.
Yeah.
Sensation.
I think if we were black, I would call this podcast Black Dynamite.
I don't know that we
black.
would. I don't think that our race has anything to do with the title.
Do you think we could
do
White Dynamite? Caucasian Dynamite?
Because people assume that we're Republican. We could be like, white truly is right. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
If we were assumed to be liberals, we could have said, "See, white isn't always right." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Too white. Wait, no.
What were you about to say?
I can't. I can't.
Yeah, you can. It's called the locker room.
Okay, I was gonna say, two whites don't make a wall, and it's not good. It's not great.
Oh,
yeah,
it'd be hilarious if we had an Asian third host. We could have called it two whites.
Yeah,
don't make a wall.
That would be great.
If we got Matt on here, he looks Asian at least. We've had Matt on here before.
Yeah,
But, so I'm gonna say this on the podcast.
He's gonna say it on the podcast
because Matt had texted me this idea of the next time he gets to join us. But I'm not doing it, so I'm gonna say what his idea was. His idea was that you that made that sound. I know the mic did not pick up on that. What the fuck was that?
We would just.
What the fuck was that, dude?
It was a burp I didn't open my mouth for.
That was a burp. The light's back on. What the fuck's going on? Oh, I gotta replace that bulb. It might be loose. But Matt said when he comes here next, his idea for an episode was for him to be here talking, but the entire time neither of us acknowledged that he was here at all or respond to what he was saying at all, and just kept it as if he wasn't here. It's just the two of us.
Okay.
I said, what?
I think it's funny.
It would be really funny for 3 minutes.
No.
We have to sit here for an hour. What kind of... Do you like that idea?
Yeah, I do.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I texted him? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, no.
No, it's like being in a foursome but ignoring the
What?
other person.
So you said foursome. And you said ignoring the other person.
Oh, threesome. I
Yeah.
apologize. I was counting the ghost over there.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like being in a threesome and ignoring the other person. You know what I mean?
I did not think that we could make an episode. I think the only thing that would have been funny about it is he probably would have said some shit that we would try not to laugh at.
Yeah.
But the last time Matt was on here was the most amount of editing I've ever had to do. I censored a whole lot.
Yeah.
I cut out 15 to 20 minutes worth of shit. And it's crazy because he's a business owner.
Right.
Shut the fuck up with some of that shit. You know what I mean? Like some shit that I thought that I or you might say,
Right.
coming from him was a little bit of a shocker.
Right. Well, we're all people, you know. We all say shit. You know what I mean? I think everyone on this planet has said something that could get them canceled in some way, or shape, or form. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It is what it is.
I don't agree.
We should just...
I don't think anything that is said... I was going to say I don't think anything that is said is cancelable,
No,
but
I
I think
agree.
it depends on the intent.
Yeah, I agree.
I think intent is what matters there.
Yeah, I think I could say something, not fucking mean it. Just be goofing around.
I that kind of brings us back to the whole like early 2000s comedy type
Right.
shit. It's peak comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What was I about to say? Oh, so I discovered something about myself within the last couple of weeks. I think I would like to hear what your thoughts are on it, if you don't mind. What are you looking up? Are you on YouTube?
No.
Are you on Goog? What are we doing here?
It's the running of the Jew.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that says very nice?
Very nice, very nice. He wears the, what's it called?
I don't know.
Mankini.
Isn't that just a fucking Speedo?
Well, no, it goes up around the shoulder.
Oh, like the shit that Mike wore.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. I was gonna say something horrible. Anyway, yeah, you do know? You might. No, you don't. I don't think you do. You probably do. Yeah, you do. I discovered something about myself. You know, I think that
He's gay.
no, I think that as men, especially those that can relate to what I'm saying here. You remember that episode where when Matt was on? You and Matt had talked a lot about Fallout, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like playing the game and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I think men, guys in general, when they play video games, they kind of embody themselves and what they would do if they were in that
put
world.
themselves into the character. Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of. So I've been playing Red Dead.
Red Dead. Oh.
You know, because I never finished Red Dead, and I'm playing Red Dead, and it's fun.
Where you at?
I'm like a few missions into when you move into the camp by Saint Denis.
Saint Denis.
I'm 40% through the game right now, a little over 40%. Okay. I've been doing a shitload of side missions at the moment.
You gotta.
Anyway, Matt came over and wanted to see where I was at, and had asked me some questions. And you know how like in the game there's a morality bar, and like it'll tell you if you're like slipping towards
a good cowboy or
a good
bad
guy or a
cowboy.
bad guy. I'm not the greatest.
No, I was like all the way on the good side.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, you're better than me. I realized that in a world where it was cutthroat like that, I'd kill everyone.
No, I would. It's a video game, so I'm not gonna. But I would.
No, see, every time I'm given the option in that game to kill somebody that has even mildly wronged me, or like gone against the group or something like I've murdered them.
Yeah,
like, you can let that guy get away. I'm like, no, what if it comes back to bite me? What if he goes and gets people and comes to fight me and like
kill him.
come back? What if he says something and now the cops are after me? Fuck that. I'm shooting him between the fucking eyes.
Yeah,
I'm dome piecing that motherfucker. Hell, if I got a shotgun, he might not have a head in general.
Yeah. I think, honestly, going for their head is stupid. I think you should shoot him in the legs. And he'll die slower.
Nah,
But that's just the way I think.
So
these type of games.
If you want someone to suffer, I think they also have to be under surveillance. I think if you're going to tap someone in both kneecaps,
Right.
their life is going to suck until they die.
Right, of course.
Right? But there's a possibility, especially if the person's like low-key a warrior, they're going to be okay.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to escape that. And I don't even want to give them
Then they get
that
2
chance.
peg legs.
But I don't even want to give them that chance, bro.
They get 2 peg legs.
I'm this type of person. I want you to look me in my fucking eyes when I pull the trigger.
Well,
I don't want you to turn around. In the game, this is gonna sound like I'm a sick motherfucker.
Oh,
in the game,
the past 2 minutes have been
not great for me.
for
In
both
the
of
game,
us. We're both talking about murder.
listen to me. In the game, and I really need to preface it with saying,
Yeah, in
the game. If someone's running away from me, I'm not shooting at them.
Yeah.
I want to get in front of them, look at them, and take their life. I want them to know it was me.
Yeah, you want to smell their last breath. I know.
I don't want to smell their last breath. I don't want that.
Like Craven in the Spider-Man 2 when he snaps his neck. He's like,
I forgot
away
about
there.
that. That's a
Yeah.
hell of a pull.
Yeah.
Good fucking shit. Asshole did that to me earlier. I knew I was going to do that to you, too. Yeah, so I think that in a world, especially an apocalyptic world, like for instance, I'm going to start Fallout 4 next. It's going to be my next conquest. I hope I like it.
you will.
From what you guys say, the amount of shit that you can do,
Yeah.
you know, it sounds fun, but like I get easily overwhelmed with games when there's too much shit to do.
Talking about that,
You ripped ass.
murdering people. No, I moved my foot on the leather.
Talking about murdering people.
It reminded me of a scene in The Boys.
Shouldn't. Oh, okay. I just didn't think it should remind
No,
you
it
much
should of The Boys.
of the boys.
Yeah. There's a scene where Homelander is like talking with a guy, and he had done something to him in the past, and so he's like, "Oh, I'll make you do this," and he's like making him do that.
Is it the jerk off scene?
He's jerking him. He's making him jerk off. He's making him masturbate, right? And he's like telling him, he's like, "Go faster, Marty."
Can I ask you a question before you continue?
Yeah.
What was the point of using the politically correct term after you had already said jerk off?
I'm just talking. I'm not really.
You're trying to clean it up?
I'm
or?
not thinking. I'm
Good
just
for you.
speaking.
I
yeah.
try not to anymore when it
Yeah.
comes to life.
Yeah.
Just do things.
Yeah.
I'm very premeditated with my thoughts, though, so it's impossible not to
Yeah.
think.
You think so?
For sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's jacking off.
Yeah. He's like faster, Martin.
Smack it.
He's like spit on it. Then it's just really, and he's like, I can't. And he's like, oh, it's okay, Marty. It happens to
Doesn't
all
he
of
shoot
us.
his dick off?
I'm getting there. Yeah. He lasers through his dick, through his ass. So it was just a giant gaping hole where his dick was.
The straight through the pelv.
Yeah. The
pelvis.
And then he's like, oh, and he's on the ground bleeding out. And then he's like, oh, I forgive you, Marty.
And
then
didn't he say you got dick blood on me?
Yeah, yeah. He's like, oh, you got dick blood on my boots, Marty. And then he steps on his head really slowly until he dies. So
this is gonna come off sounding super gay,
right.
but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the story of when I had an allergic reaction to Mike's ball sweat?
Whoa. I think you've said it. You said something about
I
that.
haven't.
Yeah.
Mike would tell the story. It's not something I'd like to relive, but I'm going to because I brought it up. We were delinquents for a period of time, and we went to a local...
Just lapping up each other's ball sweat.
Literally not what happened. If you let me get there, I will explain how there's literally not anything wrong with me, but simply we'll have just scratches the surface of how fucking shot Mike's brain works.
Because like here's what I think. I hear that and I think you got an allergic reaction from lapping up each other's ball sweat like a cat with milk. Like a cat with milk.
What do you mean lapping?
It's not supposed to have
like
milk,
licking
but
on
wants it so
like
bad.
licking on his nuts.
Yeah,
that's weird. I've never heard somebody call it lapping.
Yeah, you've never seen like a cat lap.
I'm gonna tell my story because we're leaving this off on a. This needs to be said because leaving it off where I left off is not good. I said I had an allergic reaction.
We'll see you next.
I had an allergic reaction to Mike's ball sweat. That's what I said.
We'll see you next time.
Cut it off right there. That'd be a hell of a cliffhanger for next episode. Come back to figure out why I had an allergic reaction to Mike's ball sweat. Right there.
Yep.
No, so we went to a state trail type thing, like wilderness walk. How do the fucking call it? Hike trail. Owned by the, whatever the fuck, the state.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Memorial Day weekend or something like that. It was like Memorial Day or Labor Day or one of those days where you set fireworks off. So we just bought a shitload of fireworks. And we were out in the woods on these trails and also in this parking lot just setting off fireworks like crazy. We didn't set them all off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we did. After we're done, we get in the car because I believe we heard sirens like cops coming, so we got in the car to leave. Then we went to Wendy's. We were all drinking except for the person driving. No, I'm kidding. And we went to Wendy's, and as we're in the drive-thru, Mike rubs something on my upper lip, trying to get me to smell something, right? And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Right.
And I smelled it, and I was like, bro, that smells nasty. And Mike's laughing his little sadistic laugh, and he goes, what does it smell like?
Yeah, what does it smell like?
Describe
it.
I said, quote, it smells like dick butt.
Yeah, give us notes.
I said it smells like a dick butt. That's what I said because I didn't know which one to choose, so I just said both and made it one term. Mike starts crying, laughing, and 20 minutes later, my upper lip started getting swollen. Like I started having a reaction to whatever it was that touched my upper lip, and I'm like, it's so irritated. My lips are swollen. I'm like, what did you do? Mike's crying, a sadistic, uncontrollable laugh. And he goes, dude, it was dick butt. And I was like, what was it? He took one of the firecrackers, right? The long one, the bottle rocket ones that have a long stick on it and then a piece of dynamite at the top. Rubbed it on his taint. His sweaty, running through the woods in a lot of humidity taint. This is my best friend and the best man at my wedding that did this. That rubbed it. When I wasn't looking, with my head out the window, ordering food at Wendy's, when I turned over, it was done and saturated in this man's taint sweat.
Right.
And he didn't mean to touch me with it. He just meant for me to smell it, which is disgusting. And that's what his brain thinks of. But it touched me, and I ended up having an allergic reaction.
Yeah. How does that feel? Like, knowing that, like, I know...
That I was essentially assaulted?
That's not assault.
That's assault, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's not...
You don't think that's assault?
No.
Not even to some mild degree.
No.
So let me ask you a question, pal. Mr. I don't like to have social interactions with people.
Right.
The point where you can't even say, yes, I am Colin, hello.
Yeah.
What if somebody came up to
It's
you
not that I can.
with their
I don't
sweaty
fucking wanna.
nuts on their fingers and just went like...
Who's your best friend?
I don't
That's
give a
different.
fuck who it was.
It's completely different.
If you weren't in the best mood and I'm not going to use their name, but there is someone in my head that if he took his nut sweat and smeared it on your upper lip, you'd fucking explode.
Maybe.
Yeah, there ain't no maybes about it.
Maybe.
You'd lose your fucking mind.
No, but I was just thinking, it's sad that you're not, like, I know you're not gay. I know Mike's not gay.
And it's sad that we're not gay.
No. I'm getting there. Let me get there. There's a story here, and there's a linear. I think it's sad that, like, if the planets aligned and you both just, like, turned gay one day, just snap, just, it
That I'd
flipped
be
and
allergic to his shit.
and you couldn't,
Yeah.
like, suck his dick. That's just sad. I
don't think that's sad at all, and I'll tell you
no,
why.
to find out you're allergic to your...
I'll tell you why. Two things. One is just a genuine fact that makes it not sad.
I'm saying it would
and it's the
be.
fact that that's not gonna happen.
It's not a thing,
So
so
we
it's
have
not
nothing
sad,
to be
but
sad
it would
about.
be sad.
No.
It would be in this
Two,
hypothetical situation.
Another reason why it wouldn't be sad is even if it did happen, that means he's got to do for me and I don't have to do for him, and I own his ass.
You gotta. I think if he sucks your dick, you have to suck his dick.
No.
And vice versa. You know what I mean?
We're gonna move on.
If you were gay, would you eat ass?
I don't eat ass now.
So
What the
probably
fuck?
not. Yeah, no.
Oh, this is
Where
great.
are we going?
Talking
I don't know
about
what's going
The
on.
locker room. Wow, that's great. Wow.
What am I doing? I don't know.
We were supposed to gear more towards sports
Yeah,
content.
so week one.
I mean, I gave my week
Yeah,
one
no,
takes.
it's all been done. Yeah, it's not.
I'm gonna keep doing my sports takes on the side of this as well, and then sprinkling in here.
Yeah,
every once in a while.
you'll get my weekly fuck this team this week. Fuck the Titans.
Well, yeah. So, my predictions for the game.
And also fuck the Packers, but
You hear about Jordan Love?
I did. That's
sucks.
no, like genuinely, that's unfortunate. 5 seconds left in the game.
5 seconds left in the game, and it was kind of a scummy move by
Right.
the defender.
Oh, really?
Not that bad. Like,
Well, it's
Jordan
Philadelphia.
Love was getting away, and I don't remember which defender, but the defensive
wrapped
lineman
around his-
grabbed his leg to
Yep.
try to slow him down, which I guess you would have done.
I guess you're playing football, but
Yeah.
and the field conditions were dog shit too.
That's
but,
what the Brazilian field was supposed to be really bad. Saquon, God, I miss him so much already.
I opened my app and then I just looked at they weren't Saquon highlights. They were just Philadelphia Eagles highlights, and he was in every single one of them.
He's
and it was
amazing.
just like, man, who won this trade?
There wasn't a trade.
Not
We got
trade, not
nothing
trade.
for him.
Yeah,
We
not
got
trade.
nothing for him.
Yeah, who won this trade?
But I did say that him leaving the Giants and going to the Eagles was the best move he could have made. As much as I hate that, he's going to one of the best offensive lines in the league that is great at running the ball. And they've done great with running the ball with average to somewhat above average running backs for a long time. And now they have who I think is the second most talented running back in football after Christian McCaffrey. I knew he was going to go off. He's going to have a great season if he stays healthy. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
His first game as an Eagle, I have him on one of my fantasy teams with Victoria's brothers and some of their friends and whatnot. And he put up a quick 34 points. Phenomenal.
Jesus.
Outstanding game. I will also say, at the time of recording, it's Saturday night before the week one games on Sunday. My predictions, I'm 2 for 2 so far, and I've nailed my predictions.
Yeah.
Exactly how I said the games were going to go. Spot on. I don't know if have you listened to my predictions?
Yeah.
Both videos.
Not the one that came out today, but
That one was just how I rank quarterbacks going
I was
into
just
week
gonna
one.
wait until Monday to listen to that. But
Listen to it, don't watch it because I fucked up the audio. It's not synced. But I literally go from 32 to 1, all the week one starters, who I think is in the order. You'd probably be surprised where I put Caleb Williams because, I mean, I don't know exactly. I'll just tell you where I put him. I'm pretty sure I put him at 20. And that's only
fair.
because he's a rookie.
that's fair. Yeah.
Like, he's the highest rated rookie on my list for sure. And then below him, I think by 2 spots is Jaden Daniels. But
Daniels.
I'm so excited. I think I'm going to do really well in my game picks.
And
They're
I just can't
documented.
hide it.
Yeah. But I made probably the one mistake that every sports fan doesn't want to make, and that's documenting their predictions. Because most people in our friend group specifically that watch sports will say they predicted it one way but definitely didn't. Where now I'm like, I can't say that I did or didn't, which I never really did. I usually say, I don't know. We'll see how bad I do this year. I have to make my playoff team predictions after week 1. I'm going to give it the first week just to see if we get any crazy injuries or something like that. I'm also just running behind on that. But tomorrow morning for the Sunday games, I give a quick little analysis of every Sunday game and Monday night game and who I think is going to win. I did pick the Bears, but they're on upset alert because the Titans aren't as bad as people think they are.
No, I know. I was listening to the Bears podcast talk about it.
Titans aren't as bad as people think they are. And the Bears, I don't think the Bears are buying into their own hype in a bad way. Like, I think they're still going about it with, like, the appropriate amount of respect for the fact that this is the NFL and they haven't proven anything yet. Right. But the fact of the matter is the hype behind the Bears is massive.
Yeah, it's building.
It's humongous. Yeah. Especially if they get off to a really good start this year. You know what'll really do it is if they win against Tennessee, like that's obviously a nice way to start the season. If they go into week 2 and beat Houston, the team that probably has more hype than anybody this year,
yeah, true,
then it's going to be a wildfire for a few weeks because the Bears' schedule is not difficult until around week 11. Like, you guys don't play a divisional rival until the second half of the season.
That kind of sucks, though, because then Jordan Love will be healthy by then, but it's fine.
As a Bears fan, don't you want to beat them at their best, though?
Yeah, fuck them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. I also, in my quarterback rankings that I came out with, I had mentioned that I am a big Jordan Love fan. I do think he's getting very good, but I wasn't ready to call him a top 10 quarterback.
I think the Packers have had enough good quarterbacks for
but they ain't
a century.
They're not done. Dude, that kid. He looked great last night too, for the most part. Like, he really did. I see your eyes twitching. Holy shit! I didn't. So every analyst that I watch is ready to just call him a top 10 quarterback. I'm not. He had a phenomenal 8-game stretch last year, and he did really well in the playoffs. Like, he had one of the best playoff games for a first playoff game that anybody's ever had against the Cowboys, but it's the Cowboys in the playoffs. Until I see him do it again for another year, I can't call him a top 10 quarterback, so I put him 11. I put him right outside that top 10. I was like, until he proves it, I can't sign my name on Jordan Love's a top 10 quarterback yet, because it's just too soon. It was his first season as a starter, and his first 8 games were rough, bro. They were rough. So we don't know which two. I bet you can guess who my number 1 quarterback is.
Tom Brady.
Nah, it's not all time. It's current in the league.
I'd probably say...
I don't think number 1's debatable.
Peyton Manning.
You're a dick.
Patty Holmes.
Yeah.
Patty Holmes.
Can you guess my number 2, though?
Lamar?
No. Lamar was 4.
Really?
Yeah. I think Lamar's fantastic. I think that
number 2, Nathan Peterman.
So it's starting quarterbacks.
Well, I mean, he was just signed by the...
And he's not starting. Does not matter. He might not stay on the field. He might not even suit up ever.
No, Nathan Peterman?
Nathan Peterman is probably a 3rd string, which means he's likely not to suit up.
Nathan Peterman.
Yes.
We're talking about the same Nathan Peterman.
That only ever threw picks in the league.
Okay, show me the tape.
I easily fucking could. I don't even have to pull any specific game. You can just be like, Nathan Peterman highlights, and it'll just be interception.
Type in Nathan Peterman on YouTube right now. Just Nathan Peterman.
I'm aware of what you want me to put. And just look up a video?
No, like see what pops up next in the search bar next to Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman stats. You thought I was gonna say interception?
Because I was thinking
interception record.
Interception record.
Did I just unplug the whole fucking podcast?
It's red.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit. We're good. Nathan Peterman interceptions. In his career, he has 13 picks. Let's see how many touchdowns.
That's an unlucky number.
Let's see how many touchdowns. 4 touchdowns in his career to 13 interceptions.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's fucking awful, dude. That is so bad. He's married.
I think we still need to see what he can do.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he still needs a chance to start
I think we need
somewhere.
to see if he's capable of breaking like the all-time interceptions record. Like, if you wanted to pay him,
Do you know who has the most interceptions?
you know who I think
history
should
right
pay him? I think the Bears should sign him to be on. I think they should pay Nathan Peterman to play for the Packers.
now? He was just on the Bears, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. He just went to.
You ever do this?
Somewhere.
Where you like step on it? You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing?
Are you Beyblading?
Oh fuck! Oh, I fucked that up.
Are you Beyblading?
I was gonna Beyblade it.
Yeah.
And then shoot it.
Yeah.
You know what you're saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to do that. You know?
Right. Yeah. Back when.
Oh no! You know how you used to do it? You used to take the thing, put it
Twist
on the
it.
thing. I'm putting it on too loose.
Twist it.
I'm gonna try to shoot this at the camera and end the episode. I'm surprised I haven't like.
It
Fucked
might be
this.
too thick.
It's not. No.
It looks like a thinner plastic on the water bottle. I put up the wrong finger.
Do you want like that?
I went like this.
Yeah, dude, you did the Chinese middle finger. There's gonna be people in China that get so upset. Yo, you knew that was the Chinese middle finger, right?
No, it's the finger you put up when you're drinking.
You want to see something crazy? Speaking of fingers, look at that. Look how big
What
that thing
happened?
is. I lost 40 pounds.
In your finger?
Oh, your fingers are gonna get skinnier if you lose weight. Lost 40 pounds.
Are you gonna have to get sized up again?
We're gonna get a smaller size.
Interesting.
Because it's too big now. Like it comes off way too easily.
Interesting. Really? You
Especially
lose
when it's
weight
cold
in
out?
your fingers?
Well, I mean, you lose weight all throughout your body.
I don't think I could lose more weight in my fingers.
You wouldn't think, but you can. You know. Why you look so concerned?
I just didn't think about it. I didn't think about like your fingers changing weight.
You have meat on your fingers. You have skin and shit. Like, yeah. I lost 40 pounds, so my fingers are slightly
What part
skinny.
of the human do you think would be the best to eat? Probably the thigh.
You'd want to go for the leanest.
You think so?
Yeah. Even though, like, I say the calf maybe is up there.
Brain.
No shot.
Then you get smarter if you eat their brains.
I don't think so.
That's
I don't think
Jeffrey
so.
Dahmer believes.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yep.
Renowned doctor.
He's the guy to look at for that.
Renowned doctor.
Nope. Dr. Dom. You know. Anyway. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to cut it. Call it a day. I'm tired.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to go home and sleep?
I was probably going to make more teams.
How many teams have you made?
26.
How did you know that number off the top of the dome?
Because I looked before I left. And the max you can make is 32, so we're coming at the
You're going
end.
to start deleting. You got an eye boogie on the right eye. Other eye. There it is.
I think it was Mr. Sandman.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. You know, we're not going to...
Anyway.
We're not going to, you know...
Thank you for,
Give us your dreams.
What?
What
is that?
Bring me the prettiest one, Mr. Hold on. We'll
It's bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
He's listening.
I don't give a fuck who's listening.
Mr. Sandman lyrics.
This is how we're ending the show.
Bum 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 bum. Oh, it's bum bung bung bung. B-U-N-G
I'm
instead
good.
of bum.
Bung 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 bung.
Give him two lips like roses and clover. Interesting. Tell him that the lonesome nights are over.
Okay.
They're never over.
Thank you
You're
for
always
coming.
Gonna be alone.
Thank you for watching.
I'm probably gonna end up dead in a room
Oh my god.
alone.
Shut
Don't
the
have
fuck
nobody
up.
to call my own.
Oh, this is the lyrics.
Yeah, I've been
That's
reading
dark
them.
and twisted.
I've been reading them.
Thank you for tuning in.
What I said before.
I'm trying
wasn't.
so hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
We haven't made a new
Bring
intro
me
yet.
a dream, make him the cutest
You heard
I've
that?
ever seen.
We haven't made a new intro
We
yet,
gotta-
so
we
no
gotta-
intro.
I got ideas.
I like your ideas, and I also have my own ideas.
Okay.
So we'll have some fun with that. But until then,
Let us know.
Fucking-
If it. Never mind.
you're going to ask if something would be offensive.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
It's not going to be offensive if you don't
Right.
put it out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you just don't say anything, it's not offensive.
Yeah, there
Because
it is.
you
There
would
it
be
is.
under the assumption
Yeah.
that people are thinking the same thing.
Right.
And let me tell you, when you sent those to me, didn't think of that at all.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Well,
So
I'm just thinking of like.
it's not like we're doing blackface. Like, relax.
Right. I did see someone do whiteface. Which
That's
is,
okay, right?
It's fun
Can we do whiteface?
because there was a time when blackface was fun and people were like,
I mean, our
"Oh!"
Robert Downey Jr. won an award for it.
Right,
So-
and it was fun, and we all loved it, and we gave him an
Why do
award.
we call it that?
Blackface?
Yeah.
Because they're making their face black.
Yeah, but why can't we just be like, why does it have to be called anything? Why can't it just be a thing? Like, why can't you be like, because I feel like as soon as you put a label on something, that's when people can decide whether or not they like it.
True.
If there's no label on it, and it's just a fucking thing, like stairs.
labels are just
They're just they're just there.
Yeah.
You know, like we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast about aliens, and they were saying like, what if aliens aren't really interested in us? They're just interested in the planet. Be interesting. Anyway,
Well, let me
I
tell
don't
you
know why
something.
that came to mind.
There's no way in fuck that aliens would come here and only be interested in the ecosystem and not what inhabits it.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
If we found a planet
Right.
and went to it a lot,
Yeah.
and there was living organisms there,
We would take them.
I'm not talking about what we would do. I'm not asking you what we would do. What do you
We'd
think we'd
shove
be more?
things up their
What do you
asses.
think would be more? We would
We
be more
would.
interested in the things that are living on there, on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
or the fucking type of rocks?
Or the oil, or whatever the fuck.
Come on.
Yeah, but like...
Once we would
'cause
we would
another
have to
point-
identify them as a threat first.
Another point they made was like, what if we explored another planet and saw like a living being and was like, oh, let's take that one and shove something up its ass. It's the same thing, just flip it around.
Right.
Yeah, we're going.
That
We're
was
leaving.
that was the locker room.
We're leaving.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know, should I do? Am I doing my? Do I do the normal send off or like
We should end this by insulting them.
insulting who?
Fuck you. I don't know. I don't know. How do we end this? It's a new one. It's a new,
I feel like just because we are like, it's a new name. It's the same show. I mean, we literally did the most stereotypical whiskey talks type of
Little bit.
show,
Yeah, a little
just
bit.
under a different name.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like, it was nonsensical. It was directionless. We had no plan. We talked about dicks. We talked about gay stuff.
I like my life. Yeah.
Talked about aliens.
All this. Yeah.
Colin got uncomfortable with a possible fan interaction. I mean,
Or it was really just a person.
we checked-
interaction. They don't
we
have to be a fan,
checked
they're just a person, and they scare me. I think people
every
are
single
the most
box.
dangerous beings to
And
ever
that's the last
exist.
box that we didn't. There's only one box that we would normally
My dad's
have.
dead.
There it is.
it's
That is the only box we didn't check. Thank you guys for tuning into the locker room, formerly known as the Whiskey Talks podcast. It'll forever. We should get a small. Listen to me.
We should
get a little
open this up.
tombstone right here that says the Whiskey Talks podcast on it, and then another one right here that says O.J. Simpson.
Fuck it.
We're doing it.
Just a quick Etsy search. I'm on it. But I think we do need a in memoriam for the Whiskey Talks.
Like a video,
Yeah, I think
like an episode,
a good or no, like a just
just a send off.
yeah, just a 30-second.
You know what we should do? We
A
should
30-second
buy.
No, what I think is good at. I just came up with this. It's the normal Whiskey Talks intro, right?
The original one?
Right.
Like the original.
No.
Okay.
The one that we had with Yeah. Or we could put both in and put it in all black and white, and then to the "I will remember you" type music. You know what I mean? Or we could go with Green Day's "Time of My Life." Dun, 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 and then he goes "fuck," dun, 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 which that's true. They just recorded it. He fucked up the guitar, and he went,
I love
"fuck."
I hope you have the time of your life.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic. It's the only Green
Billy
Day
Joe
song I
Armstrong.
actually enjoy like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have the time
Not of my
to
life.
listen to me whine?
Oh, that's a good one too. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? I don't actually. I don't want to hear it.
Do you know what the name of that album?
We've been trying to end this.
Do you know what the name of that album is?
Something.
It's the last word we'll say on this episode. Dookie. Get out of here. We've been trying to get you to leave. We've been trying to get you to turn it off.
I guarantee everybody's gone. I guarantee.
You still watching?
You know what? I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Let's add a little. If someone below in the comment section comments the word shawarma, I'll Venmo them $1,000.
I won't. I'm not.
I will.
That's him.
If you comment shawarma to prove that you made it this far, I'll Venmo you $1,000.
I will not.
You're just gonna have to,
let me know what your Venmo is. If you comment shawarma, I'll like it. That's what I'll do. He'll give you $1,000, and I'll give you a like. I'll give you a little thumbs up.
I won't Venmo you $1,000. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
I do want to see if somebody comments shawarma.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, you know what we should do though,
right.
after the the little, fucking you're dead now shit, the fucking send off or the RIP, the whiskey talks.
Right.
We should just zoom in on you and I at like some sort of like pub eating shawarma like the Avengers, but with whiskey talks like related stuff.
Right.
Maybe, and you know what? We'll do one last cheers. It'll zoom in on the Whiskey Talks logos on the glasses that you got us. Just kink.
Oh, yeah, those glasses are defunct now.
I mean, we're still going to use them. It's still a part of the show.
Oh, those glasses are defunct now. Now we need ones with the locker.
No, we don't. Colin, no, the fuck we do not.
We need,
we don't even have a logo yet. I made a fucking
You know what we need?
Spoof logo.
We drink out of Gatorade bottles now.
Like the squeeze bottles?
Squeeze bottles.
That's pretty fire.
Get a Giants one.
We should turn this whole thing into a locker room. I should get like gym-style lockers to put behind us.
Get our names on them. You could do that.
We should get like fake lockers. Not fake lockers, but like old gym lockers. Just put it behind us. And then
we can keep.
And then
instead, keep drugs that.
Instead of like
keep hidden from your wife.
Instead of like Instead of these chairs.
Yeah.
We should get like benches.
That'd be really fun to sit in for an hour.
It'd be horrible. Yeah.
Or you could do.
And we should always walk in with like locker. Steam coming from the side of the camera and like walk out in towels like we just took showers.
We should shower together. I think that'd be really cool.
See you guys.